Hey Tamers, welcome to another deck profile video. Today we got our boy Ravemon, which finally came out in Ex4, and it's a pretty fun deck to play. Let's get into it. Minervamon, which is for Ravemon, the whole Ravemon line. On deletion, if deleted outside of battle, gain 1 memory. So the whole gimmick of Ravemon is deleting itself. So Minervamon is going to be your best choice running this Ravemon build. 4 of the Falcomon. On play, reveal 3 cards from your deck. Add 1 purple Digimon card with Ravemon in its name, or bird or avian in one of its traits, and 1 Keenan Crier among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. On deletion, or the inherit on deletion, if deleted outside of battle, your opponent trashes 1 card from their hand. So it's pretty cool. It's an interruptive deck. The inherits, you'll trash cards from your opponent's hand, which is pretty cool. It could kind of throw off their whole strategy. 4 of the BT2 Gabumon, just because you're going to be deleting yourself a lot, and on deletion trigger draw 2 and then trash 1, so it's going to come up. You want to make this deck really fast and get the pieces as quickly as possible, and Gabumon is going to help you do just that. The last 4 that we're running is a BT3 Sukaimon. On deletion, gain 1 memory. That's it. Onto the champions, level 4. 4 of the new Pekmon. When digivolving, if you don't have a Keenan in play, you may play 1 from your hand without paying its cost, which is really good because now you're going to play a Tamer for digivolving for 2. Inherit, if deleted outside of battle, your opponent trashes 1 card from their hand. So now if you got the Pekmon and you got the Falcomon, you can trash, or your opponent will trash 2 cards from their hand. That's actually pretty nice. 4 of the Digimon, BT3. On deletion, gain 1 memory. Same thing as a Sukaimon, so now potentially you could gain 2 memory when you do delete your Ravemon. And then the last 2 champions, we're running 2 Saberdramons from BT3. Quite a few reasons why I run this one. It's a play cost of 4, so sometimes you're gonna brick, or if you do brick, you can drop it for 4. If you're at 3, you drop it for 4, you leave your opponent at 1. Good way to memory choke. Another reason is it does have retaliation, and all these effects besides the Vidramon and the Sukaimon, they don't trigger if they get deleted by battle. So kind of retaliation will kind of help you, like, okay, I'm not going to swing over that Digimon unless you want to go down with it. The big reason why I do run the Saberdramon is because, we'll get to it, but Ravemon, you need to have avian or bird in its traits in order to activate his end of attack effect. So I'll get into it. If you don't want to run these, you could substitute it for hybrids if you'd like, but I'm really liking the Saberdramons right now. That's it for the champions. Onto the ultimates now. We got 4 of the Cromon. When attacking, if you have a purple Tamer in play, this Digimon may digivolve into Ravemon in your hand for its digivolution cost. That's really cool because if you're left at 3 and you digivolve into the Cromon, now if you digivolve, you can attack and it's going to pass turn. So what you would do is you would swing with the Cromon, digivolve for 3, and now you end up swinging with the Ravemon still passing turn. So it's a really handy effect that Cromon does have. Then the on deletion, if deleted outside of battle, delete 1 of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. That's going to be good for controlling the board, especially if they're kind of getting a little out of hand. Continuing on to the level 5s, Orochimon from BT7. When you trash this card in your hand, using 1 of your effects, draw 1. So when you do get deleted and you have a Gabumon there, if you trash, you get to draw another extra card. And then the inherit, when attacking once per turn, you may trash 1 card in your hand to gain 1 memory. That could make the difference and extend plays if you need to further digivolve or play something else and kind of memory choke your opponent. So 2 of those are Orochis. And then for the last 2, we're playing 2 Sandiramon, if I said that right. 2 Sandiramon. You could do any of the vanillas. That's same thing as 5 and 2. You wanted to do it to kind of keep the little snake theme going here. What I like about using these is that if by chance you want to go a little more aggro, and if you're at 3, you can drop an ultimate for 5 and leave your opponent at 2. And now next turn you can just go ahead and digivolve into Omega. It kind of helps you turbo into Omega pretty quick, and that is why I'm running 2 of the Sandiramon. That's it for the ultimates. Now onto the bread and butter, the Ravemons. 4 of course, it has jamming in itself. If you don't know what jamming is, if you're new and you don't know what jamming is the Digimon cannot be deleted by battle when it hits security. It can get deleted in battle when you battle your opponent's Digimon, just not security. End of attack, by deleting this Digimon that has a Digivolution card with Bird or Avian in one of its traits. At the end of your opponent's turn, play one Ravemon from your trash without paying the cost. So that's what we're trying to do, and that's why you need the Avian or Bird underneath its source, because if you don't, then you can't trigger that. On deletion, if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, they trash 1 card in their hand. Then, if your opponent has 7 or fewer cards in their hand, they add the top card of their security stack to their hand. That on deletion effect is really good because you're controlling your opponent's hand by having them trash from their hand, and also getting something from the security and putting it in their hand, which can be a drawback depending what they get, but you're still removing cards from the security stack, which you need to do in order to win, right? So that's 4 of the Ravemons. We'll get into some combos towards the end. Last level 6 that I am running 2 of Minervamon. Retaliation. Opponent's turn. When an opponent plays a Digimon, you may play 1 level 5 or lower purple Digimon card from your trash without paying its play cost. Any on-play effects don't trigger. Then on deletion, if your opponent has 2 or fewer Digimon in play, you may play 1 purple level 4 or lower Digimon card, or 1 Merva from your trash, which we're not going to play a Merva. So on deletion, you'll get to play a level 5 or lower. The reason I'm choosing Minervamon is because it helps the deck be a little more aggressive, right? If I put Minerva out, especially when you're already deleting and you're trashing cards from your hand, if your opponent plays something, which more than likely they are, now you can go ahead and play something from your trash. Bam, now it's out, and now you can start building up that other stack, potentially going into Ravemon, of course. What's nice is you do have retaliation, so if they're going to swing into it, they're going to go down with it. For the most part, I don't attack with it unless I'm going to win that turn, or it's going to help me by playing out a level 5 and then digivolving into a Mega. So that is it for the level 6s. Level 7, 1 Ruin mode. Card's nuts. We'll get into it. Digivolve from 4 from Shine Greymon. Doesn't matter, we're not playing Shine Grey. When digivolving or on deletion, until the end of your opponent's next turn, all of your opponent's Digimon get minus 5000 DP. Why is that so strong? Because it is a blanket effect. So if you do end up digivolving, you delete Digimon with 5000 DP or less, or they just get minus 5000 DP. Now there's something at 3000. You can swing over it, right? But anyway, the whole reason of this is that when your opponent plays Digimon, or when they move up from the breeding area, they get that minus 5000 DP because it is a blanket effect that lasts until the end of their turn. This is a really good control card. Then end of attack, delete this Digimon and one of your opponent's Digimon and recover +1. Then if you have a Tamer in play, hatch 1 Digivolve card to an empty space in your breeding area, which can be beneficial because if you end up swinging, you delete something you already had moved something up, you hatch something else, and now you can Digivolve, potentially, continuing to draw and build up another stack. I'm only running 1 because with the Ravemon, you'll see in the combos, you really kind of just want to have Ravemon. You kind of don't want to Digivolve on top of Ravemon because then that defeats the purpose of its on deletion and all that stuff, end of attack. Tamers, you already know, we got to drop the Keen in there. Start a return, he is a memory set Tamer, so he will set you at 3. Then all turns when one of your purple Digimon with Ravemon in its name, or Bird or Avian, in one of its traits is deleted by suspending this Tamer, draw 1. If that Digimon was deleted by an effect, gain 1 memory, which is going to come up because if you use Ravemon's effect, you get to suspend, and now you gain a memory since he got deleted by an effect, and you get to draw a card as well. Really good. It does extend plays. Up next, 2 of the Analog Youth. On play, reveal 3 cards from your deck, add 1 Digimon card among them, and trash the remaining cards, which could help the Minerva if you don't have any sources in the trash for when your opponent plays something. Now it's going to help you build stuff, and now you have stuff to play from. All turns, when one of your level 5 or higher Digimon with Digivolution cards is deleted, you may suspend this Tamer. If you do, gain 1 memory, then hatch 1 Digiegg card to an empty space in your breeding area. Will come up again just like Shine, kind of help you extend plays, gain memory, hatch Digieggs, stuff like that. It does come up when you, of course, delete your Ravemon from the end of attack. Deletes itself, you have analog, you gain a memory, hatches something, and now you could kind of build up another stack. That's it for the Tamers, just 6. Moving on to the option cards. All right, I'm gonna try and say this again. 3 of the Ame no Ohabari, Ame no Ohabari. Someone just tell me how to say it. I'm going with Ame no Ohabari. Ame no Ohabari. Anyway, Main, by deleting one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's Digimon whose level is less than or equal to. If one of your Digimon with Ravemon in its name was deleted by this effect, at the end of your opponent's turn, you can play that Ravemon back from the trash without paying for its cost. This card is so crucial, especially when after you already did Ravemon's end of attack, it comes back, you don't have any inherits, you swing, and if you think it's going to get popped or you just want to pop something, you go ahead and play the option, you delete a level 6, that Ravemon is going to come back next turn from this effect. The security effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. It could have been better, it could have been, you know, highest play cost, but I'll take it. At least you're popping something at the end of the day. And if it's only one Digimon left, you're just popping that one Digimon. So it's pretty good overall still. Up next, 3 purple memory boost. Reveal 4 cards from top of your deck, add 1 purple Digimon card from them, return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and then delay after the turn you played it. From then on, you can choose whenever to activate the card and gain 2 memory back. I love this because it gives you memory and it just helps you search and get those missing pieces really quick. It is a little slow, so these cards are going to make it so much faster with the Gabumon drawing 2, trashing, Purple Mam, going through your deck. That's what you want to do because it is a little slow, so all that searching is going to help you immensely. Last but not least, we are going to play 1 Calling from Darkness. Playing that on the Ravemon and then activating is on deletion is really nice. Delete one of your Digimon, then return up to 2 purple Digimon cards from your trash to your hand. It's nice, like I said, you use it on the Ravemon and then it puts it back in your hand if you need it, or take another one, whatever pieces you need. But now you're activating Ravemon's effect where you remove a security card and put it back to your opponent's hand. We only run 1. I don't think we need more than 1, but it's limited at 1 anyway. Before we get into the combos, if you guys want to see gameplay of this, eventually I will do a tournament like I did with the prior set. I did a little too late. Anyway, I'm going to do a tournament. If you guys want to see gameplay, more deck profiles in the future, make sure you guys hit that sub, like the video, post a comment below your thoughts, and of course what you guys are excited about Digimon. And here we go. All right, to start off, like I said, this is why Crowmon is actually really good. Your Keenan puts you at 3. If you have your champion here, let's say it's Peckmon there, I'm gonna go into your Crowmon for 3, end up drawing, you do get a Ravemon in hand. Now what you can do is go ahead and swing using his 1 Digivolving, since you do have a purple Tamer in play. Now go into Ravemon for 3, leaving your opponent at 3, and now you draw, swing, right? This is your opponent's security for visuals. Bam, that's 1 security, and now end of attack. So now with these on deletion effects, just remember, since they're all on deletion, they trigger however you want, right? You could bounce from 2, 4, 3, 5, 6. So really think about how you're going to resolve these, because it will matter. It will matter. So here, let's say I'll just do the Phenomon for 1. Keenan's gonna go give me a memory, so it's gonna go to 2, right? Analog is gonna go off as well, right? Since he is gonna get deleted, but you can do that at the end. On deletion, we'll trigger draw 2 and then trash 1. And then by then, if you do want to trash Orochimon, now you'll get another draw. Getting 3 cards by trashing 1 is actually pretty cool. And now, of course, Crowmon deletes a level 5 or lower if it was deleted outside of battle, which is why it's important to always get deleted by Ravemon's effect and or an effect. And now Ravemon will go off since you already checked. And if they have, let's say if they had 9, then that Peckmon would make them trash 1. And since they have 8 now, they'll trash another one if they have 8 or more. And now that other effect would trigger if they have 7 or less. They get to draw 1 from the security, so now you would remove another one, and just like that, that's 2, gets deleted. And now that it gets deleted, your analog will suspend, giving you a memory and hatching 1 egg. And now it's your turn still, and now you have a chance to go ahead and build up once again for 0. And now you could even go up to a champion from that, leaving your opponent at 2. And now when it's your turn again, you're going to go to 3, you'll unsuspend. As soon as their turn is over, that Ravemon does come back. Now you have 2 bodies going in here. And now you could essentially do the same thing. If you do have another Crowmon, you can Digivolve, and you can swing again and do that little combo again. Now another thing that's going to suck is you will get quite a few times where you need Ravemon. You already have an ultimate ready to go, and you don't have one. Well, you do have your Minerva, so now you'll go to 3, right? You draw. Now let's say you do have a Ravemon in the trash that got trashed somehow. Let's say you're playing against Guilmon in the trash there, or Beelzemon, and you need that Ravemon. You can go ahead and play a Calling from Darkness, go to 1, pop this. You're gonna get a memory from Pinamon, get another one here. You're gonna go back to 1. You're gonna hatch something. You're gonna have them trash something, and now Minerva gets deleted. And if your opponent has 2 or less, now you can play a level 5. Since we're not running Minervamon in this deck profile, you will be playing a level 5 champion. I mean ultimate, I'm sorry. So now that is where you can go ahead and either you can play Orochi himself from here, because Minerva is already considered deleted. So all these cards are considered being in your trash already. So you could just recycle and play Orochi, right? And now that's gone. Now there you go. You got your pieces. You could even get Minerva back, and you could get Ravemon. So now you got those 2 back. So here's why I like Minerva, because now it could help your board expand. If your opponent plays a Digimon, as soon as they play a Digimon, then you can play a level 4 lower purple from your trash. And now there you could, the only one that the on plays don't work, so the Falco isn't really gonna matter. You could end up playing a Sukai or like Gabu, or any level 4s, of course. You could play a Saberdramon. I'm just gonna use it for example. So now let's say you play that Saberdramon. Let's say they play another Digimon. This isn't a once per turn, so it's gonna keep going. And I love doing that because now if they do get rid of this, you will play level 5. And if somehow they get rid of that level 5, well, you got another body that you can now go ahead and go into the Promon for 3, right? And now you can go ahead and swing with the effect going into the Ravemon. So it really helps you build up into your Ravemon quickly, especially if you don't have it or you're waiting to draw it, which is really frustrating. And now there you go, swinging again. Then you can do is on deletion here, because you do have Chromon and Saberdramon, right? You delete, you do the effect, you, let's say you end up swinging and then 1 went back to the hand. And now when it's your turn again, Ravemon will come out, and for whatever reason, if you can't finish it, now you can go ahead and just go into Shine Ruin mode. Let's say you're at 0 security and your opponent has nothing in play. You play at Shine, they can't hybrid for game unless it's over 5,000 DP, so that's pretty cool. Or if they have something in breeding waiting to go for that finisher to swing at you and win, they can, because they'll get minus 5,000, so they would have to make sure it's over 5,000 in order to fully get the swing and still be alive. Check out the other EX4 deck profiles I got. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed so you can see the future content that my future self will put out, and I'll see you guys there.